Hello, welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And today I want to talk about breathing and the importance of breathing. And you may be doing it all wrong, is the point of this video. So let's get into it. All right, so why would I say you're doing breathing all wrong? For myself, right, because I can only talk to you from my perspective and my experiences, I was always a mouth breather. And I don't know what it was. I mean, I know I had some kind of illness as a child. I'm not sure what it was, pneumonia or something. But I was always a heavy mouth breather. Even when I ran and did exercise, I always breathed through my mouth, and I subsequently would get the pains in my sides, and not paying any mind to it. Never gave it a second thought about that. That I needed to use my nose to breathe, right? So that is the main function of the nose. It's inhaling and exhaling, right? But it's in the manner of your inhale and exhales, your intentional inhales and exhales, that can make a really big difference in how your body is taking the air in, and where is it going, and is it clogged, is it stuck, right? Your breathing is essential to life, and now we do it automatically, right? Because that's what we do. But maybe it's time for you to start doing it with more intention, right? Because the more you focus on where your breath is, the more you're putting attention to where you need to heal yourself, or where you're calming. Your breath controls your autonomic nervous system, which has two aspects to it. It has the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, right? Nervous systems, or the reactions, right? That make up your autonomic nervous system. Now, the sympathetic nervous system, it's known as a fight or flight, right? You're scared. You've been in an accident, right? Everything is adrenaline is pumping through you, whether it's fear, anger, hurt, injury, all these different sensations, right? That put your body into fight or flight. It's like, oh, we're in trouble. Where do we need to go, right? Where do the antibodies need to go? Where do the blood cells need to go and fight, right? Whether it's a bruise, a break, or just, depression even, and anger, right? Those are fight or flight. You're so angry, right? It puts your body into a state of shock. It wants to fix whatever is going on, whatever neurological thing is happening to you. Your body wants to react to it, right? And respond in a proper way. So the sympathetic nervous system, when that's activated, then you have different aspects of adrenaline, things like that, where your body needs more blood in certain areas, right, to compensate, for what's going on with your thoughts, mostly your mind, your body, right? That's a sympathetic. The parasympathetic is the opposite, right? It's when you're relaxed, really deeply relaxed, stress-free, right? And your shoulders aren't tense and your muscles aren't tense. That allows your parasympathetic nervous system to add the other things that your body needs, right? To help it relax more and to be stress-free. The pheromones and the hormones and the serotonin, melatonin, all of those things are chain reactions of where you are, right? If you're relaxed, right? And for example, that's why you say take a nice hot bath, right? Some essential oil, light up some candles. You're putting yourself in the parasympathetic nervous system, so that now it's releasing all the beautiful things that you need to just relax, right? that also heals your body. So both of these systems heal your body. And not only our reactions are part of that, our breathing is a big part of that. We can control both of these aspects through our breathing. The most common one that I use, and it's my number one go-to, and this I'm doing it for my immune system. It's the Wim Hof breathing technique, which I have several videos on here that you can go back and look at. I've been doing it for over 2.5 years, and the reason why I do it was to boost my immune system, right? It gets my core set, right? What I'm doing is I am intentionally breathing in such a way and exhaling in such a way, and then I hold my breath for a certain amount of period. That's sending my body into shock, right? Activating all the fighting cells that I need, right? I'm mocking being sick or being in danger of some sort. My body's reacting to it chemically. So it's releasing all the things that are gonna go fight, right? What does that do? That builds my immune system, right? Because now my fighting cells are always fighting every day, because I do my cold training as well. Cold showers every morning, going out and walking in, cold weather with just like this, t-shirt and shorts is all I do. Things like that keep your body in fight or flight, right? Keep that sympathetic autonomic system going, right? And that's repairing things that I need, right? It's repairing anything that I have damaged, because if it can't find a main source, it's going to go to something that needs it, right? Plus my healthy diet, right? That it all works together. But just these deep breaths, inhale and exhales, are really putting my body into shock and fighting for me. So my body's constantly fighting, which is a good thing, right? Because I can do anything, touch anything, and my body already is going to react to it, right? If it's a foreign thing that's coming to my body, my cells are already on it, right? Trying to figure it out, trying to get me through it, and trying to fix it. I highly recommend the Wim Hof breathing technique. And that's, just to give you a quick tutorial on it. It's 3 rounds, and it's 30 breaths, right? Inhales and exhales. And at the end of the 30 breaths, you just exhale completely and just stop breathing. And you can do it for 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, right? You do this 3 times. And on the second time and third time, you try to hold your breath a little bit longer. And then before you inhale again, before you start breathing again, you just take a deep inhale and hold your breath as much as you can for 15 seconds. That's getting all your antibodies going crazy, right? They want to fight. They want to figure out, why aren't you breathing? They want you to get you breathing again, right? That's what I start my day, every day like that. And my cold endurance training, my cold exposure, right? So that's a good way to really start building your immune system. And my core it's done some miracles for my body. Really, just these 2 things, activating my sympathetic autonomic nervous system. So that's my number one. It's kept me healthy for the last almost 3 years, through winters and everything. The number 2, right? This is a different one that that is really more for your sympathetic, right? And this is going to help you with lower your heart, your blood pressure. It's going to help you be calm, right? It's going to really help you manage your stress. And this is a really simple one, because it's almost a form of meditation, but it's not. It's in your breathing where it's being helpful. So this you can use in a moment of maybe crisis, maybe anger, maybe sadness, where you just need to just get back to being centered, right? So that when you do this, it calms you and starts sending you the melatonin and the serotonin to kind of just put your body in relaxed mode, right? You don't want to be stressed, right? That you being stressed in those moments is injuring your body in some way. So you want to do this so that you can just do the opposite. You want to just mellow out. And we call this the 3 B's, and the B's stand for breath, body, and brow center. And it's pretty much, you just taking some deep breaths, but slow and relaxing breaths, to calm yourself down. So we want to focus on the breath. You're taking a deep breath, but at the same time, you're going to put your right hand over your heart and your left hand on your solar plexus, right? Because this is warming, this is calming. You just intentionally take deep breaths, and then you shut your eyes and you point your eyeballs at the center of your brow, your pineal gland. So you're looking up as you're doing this. And you can do this sitting in nature, you can do this sitting in front of a TV. I shut the TV off, but wherever you are, you can just stop for a few minutes and do maybe 5 of these breaths and just in and out through your nose. But really just intend to calm yourself, right? So maybe you want to take some deep breaths first, and then exhale very slowly through your nose. Feel the warmth of your hands against your body. It's very healing, right? And it's going to drop your blood pressure almost instantly, right? But you have to get whatever it is out of your mind and just say, no, for these next 10 minutes, I'm just going to sit here, take care of myself, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, this is a Qigong breathing technique that has been used for 4,000 years. Right, and the Chinese use it, and I think some of the Japanese use it as well in their techniques. And it's basically just about the same as the 3 B's that I just showed you. But in this one, your breath is intentional, and right in the Qi in Qigong, or the Qi in Tai Chi, is spelled Qi. It's pronounced Chi, Qi, and that's your vital energy. And the Chinese believe, and most Eastern societies believe, that Qi, that vital energy, is in your lower dantian, which is behind your navel, right? So with this breath, I'll call it the Qi breath, for lack of a better word. And I'm sure it's called something, but again, we don't need to get hung up on labeling things, right? This is just a good thing to do, no matter what's it called and who calls it what. She says it's called this, who cares, right? Those are little things that you don't think about that stress you. But no, it's not called that, it's called this. Who cares what it's called? Those are just labels, right? It's what you know it as, right? So that's going to help you relax too, when you stop letting all those little things really get to you. They don't matter. So in this one, you're going to take a very deep, intentional breath, right? You're going to have your right hand on your belly button, or just below it, with your left hand over the right hand. And as you're taking the breath, deep inhale, slow, deep inhale, you're going to actually fill your stomach with air, right? So on that, you're just doing this, right? And hold at the top, and then very slowly release the air. But at the same time, you're going to start pushing your stomach in as you're exhaling, as if you're pushing back all the way to your spine, right? So you exhale it all out. Then you repeat. Take a deep breath. Fill your tummy with air. Release. Very slowly, methodically, pushing and pushing and pushing into your chi. And then I recommend you probably do 5 to 10 of those breaths, deep, with the intentions like, I want to harness my chi, right? Because the chi energy is vital to your health. The chi energy, if it's blocked, it's not going to certain places, and that's where you get pain and inflammation, right? So the more you unblock your chi, and the more intentional you make it that you want that chi to come out, right? So you can start healing yourself from the inside out. That's the benefit of this practice. So I highly recommend this. When I do this now every day, I just started doing this as I'm teaching Qigong now at a local place here where I am. Or I'm going to start teaching Qigong in February. So those are top 3, right? And these are the techniques that I use. But speaking from my experiences with them, I've never been healthier in my entire life. And this doesn't cost anything, right? You're just breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. That's the main focus I want you to take away from here. Intentionally start breathing through your nose if you don't already do that the majority of your day. And then don't just breathe to breathe. Every now and again, stop and intentionally go. Not only when you're stressed, anytime, right? And you can do any of these anytime, even when you're not stressed. You want your body to get into those habits, right? So that you get away from any bad breathing habits you have that you don't know that you have, right? Because now you're intentionally reprogramming your system. Your nose is meant to breathe for you, right? It's that simple. And actually, you may say, well, my nose is always clogged. Some of these techniques will start releasing, right? The chi energy is going to start releasing those things. The cold training is going to, put the wheels in motion so that your body starts aligning itself to the way it's supposed to function. That's what these things really do help. Your breath is so key. It's vital. Without the breath, there's no life, right? So another technique that I like to use, and this kind of like incorporates both the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system, and it's called box breathing. So in box breathing, you first, as you're taking an inhale in, right? You're building that wall, then you're holding. So let's do it on a 5 count. So you're breathing on 5 count, right? So it's hold at the top for 5. That's the second wall. And then you exhale for 5. Now you put the third wall, and then you stop. You exhale all the way out and stop for 5. So you created a box. Really simple, right? But this one, I really encourage you to really take that breath as deep as you can, right? You're starting out with your parasympathetic nervous system, right? Just slowly, but you really want to inhale. So you can't inhale anymore. Then you stop for 5, and then you exhale slowly for 5 through your nose. Breathe it all out, and you stop. That's box breathing. Very healthy for you in any situation. Whether you're in a nervous situation, whether you're in a desperate situation, whether you're in a stressed situation. Box breathing will bring you back to center, and it's going to help you pump the oxygen, right? And activate the sympathetic or the parasympathetic nervous system. It's really, really, really healing you, right? And all of this comes from your chi too. So it's all one thing. But it all stems from you breathing correctly. And again, I just want to remind you that your normal breath throughout the day should be inhaling and exhaling through your nose as often as you can. And I know that we've been trained, a lot of us were trained, right? It became just a habit because it's just what we did and nobody corrected us. But use your nose more than your mouth to breathe is what I'm trying to get at here, for you to understand or understand how really, really important your breath and intentional breathing is for your health and for your well-being. Now we're talking spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, and creatively. Because as you can tell, all of these techniques, they're all just breathing, but they're almost a form of meditation or stillness or presence, right? So you always have to just stop in the moment. Stop your body from reacting. Take those breaths in as you need to and exhale as you need to, and activate whatever autonomic nervous system function your body needs in that now moment, and your mind and your soul. It's all interconnected. It really is. And the last breathing technique that I'm going to share with you that I do on a regular basis mindfully is alternate nose breathing. So what the alternate nose breathing is, you're just doing this. Now the intention behind that is because, again, I was a mouth breather, and the way for me to try to retrain myself to use my nose more often was to intentionally do that, right? And you can hear that my left nostril and my left nasal passage has some kind of blockage, right? So now I'm going to focus on that, right, when I do these nostril breathing so that I can channel, right, whatever healing needs to go into to take care of that, whatever inflammation I might have in my left nasal passage, right? And you can do that, right? It's about the intention. So when you do alternate nose breathing, see if there's something blocked, or even if one of your ears is clogged as you do it, right? Those are the clues that you need to start healing your body. And you can tell your body to heal this part. It's like, oh, I've got something in my ear, let's put my thought to it as I'm doing these nose breathings, any of these techniques. Put your focus on that eardrum or that nose cavity, and that's where the healing goes. We control this body that we live in. It doesn't control us. It's waiting for us to give it direction. Tell us where you need us to go. You can do that. I haven't been to a doctor in 5 years. Maybe, physical checkup, who knows? I don't even know how long. I don't need that because I can intend to send the energy where it needs it. I'm not saying that I'll never go to the doctor again or that I'll never have a hospital visit again. I did a couple times because I was having ascension symptoms and I thought they were heart attacks. But they weren't. I was totally fine. So is it a heart attack or an ascension symptom, right? I learned not the hard way. It was just an experience, right? I had to pay bills, blah, blah, blah. It didn't matter, right? But I did the right thing from my mind to go check it out. But that only strengthened me in knowing that I know my body well enough. If I'm in danger, of course I'm going to go seek medical help. But from my perspective, I'm going to try to heal it myself first. And breathing is a big, big, big part of that. So intentionally breathe, right? Don't just automatically breathe. That's just keeping you alive. But if you want your body to start healing itself, because it can, your mind to start healing itself, because it can, right? You just have to put in the work. Set the intentions. Breathe properly, right? Breathe properly. Do things the way nature intended. Your posture. Your posture's not this. Your posture is almost a relaxed state, but your head is up, your chin's tucked. Simple things like that, being mindful of those things are the way we were supposed to do it all along. Put your body right to where it's supposed to be, because your body's a machine. We're mechanics. So if we're in alignment, like your car's in alignment, it's going to run better. So if you're in alignment, you're going to operate better. You're going to run better. You're going to think better. You're going to feel better. So, and breathing's the key to all of that. So start intentionally breathing, right? And if you have issues with nasal passages and things like that, look up homeopathic remedies first, right? Try it yourself and seek to intend to feel better on your own first. Right? But if in that you find that it's not the illness that's getting you, it's your own mind that's getting in the way because you don't think you can do it, or you don't, you feel, that's impossible. I've been told all my life I can't do that, so I can't do it. That's a disease too. That's an inflammation of your ego, or of a system that you're following, right? That's limiting you. So if you're in that boat and you want to take it to the next level spiritually to get out of that situation so that you can start really healing yourself, because you can, but you first need to know it for yourself. If you need help figuring out how to get you on board, right, with knowing that you can do it, and creating habits for you that will keep you there and get you to your next goal, right, as this incredible human being that you are, I can help. I'm a spiritual transformation coach. Here is the link to my website. Hit me up for a free 30-minute decompression session. And it just doesn't have to be about, your emotional beings and your triggers and your traumas. It can be you want to learn how to breathe properly. You want to learn these techniques, right? That I'm not saying I'm an expert or certified in these things. They're just worked for me, and they continue to work for me. And I've been doing them right. So I can share my knowledge and wisdom with you on that. And I'd love to do that, right? Because it's all about balance. Spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, creative, and financial balance. You have to have those all to have wholeness and completeness in your life. But it takes these baby steps and acknowledging that you need to breathe better, and you need to do this better, you need to eat better. All those things, as you start putting them together like puzzle pieces, they start, creating your real reality, the real you, your soul mission and life purpose. That's what it takes. It does take work. There's other people like myself that can help you. Reach out. Appreciate that. And if you like this content of this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm truly grateful for that. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for choosing to take time to better yourself, because this is what this is all about. It's about you. It's not about me. I'm already doing it for me. I'm letting you know that it's not that difficult. And if you set the time aside, minutes, you can do it too. Right? So it's not look at me or not look at what I can do. Look what you can do. You can do it. You're worthy. You are worth it. Give yourself the chance. Give yourself that fighting chance or that relaxing chance. But either way, do it through breath. And have an amazing day.